Hey everybody, this is Mystic Jen, and yes, I'm kind of in the raw. This is pajama day, right? I'm confined to the house more or less. Anyhow, welcome to episode 2 of Spiritually Speaking. Last week when I channeled is Archangel Ezekiel, that would have been episode 1, but I didn't title it Spiritually Speaking. This series is going to be Spiritually Speaking every time I do channeling or have special messages or whatnot. Okay? Spiritually Speaking started out as a podcast that didn't fly because I guess podcasts aren't as popular as what they used to be, but it is now being resurrected as a video format. Okay? Now, today I'm going to talk about an experience that I had and a special channeling. Yeah. What happened to me was I was taking a nap this afternoon on my couch. My dog was kind of like cupped behind my legs, tight fit, yes, because he's a 60-pound Dalmatian. Anyhow, I thought I woke up because the dog jumped down. I mean, he jumped down fast. And I looked and I saw my arm. It was like kind of like bent like this because I was like this. But I couldn't move. Then I realized I couldn't move. It wasn't paralysis. The first thing I thought was sleep paralysis. But I didn't panic. I didn't get scared. But I was able to look around the whole room. So I knew, okay, this is not a paralysis. I am not in my body right now. Okay? And I believe I was just like right above my body. And the dog was trying to lick me, but I couldn't feel him. I couldn't brush him away or nothing. He was licking my physical body. Then all of a sudden he looked straight at me. I sat up on the bed or on the couch. Well, my spirit did. And he's trying to jump on me as my spiritual body, and he went boom and did a faceplant into the floor. It was funny as hell, let me tell you. And he's just like looking at me. He tried to take his paw, tried to paw at me. He couldn't touch me. It was really funny. And then he kind of just backed up and slowly backed up into the dining room. So I knew for sure. That was my definite confirmation. He knew I was there, but he couldn't get to me. I was not in my physical body. Okay, so what happened next was truly amazing. There were these doors, and I'm actually going to demonstrate this a little bit. But just before I switch camera views, basically, there were 2 doors. One of them was almost like sealed shut. It was really weird. I never saw anything like that. It was sealed shut. There was like nothing coming through, nothing going in, nothing going out. And I looked at as some sort of symbol of protection, that nothing's going to harm me, nothing's going to get to me. Okay? There was this other door, and these doors were in the spiritual world. They appeared like right on my wall, right in front of a picture that is hanging on the wall. Okay? Another door opened, and inside that door were a bunch of angelic beings of the light, and there was a bright light, but there were shadows. It's like they appeared as shadows, but it's like black shadows, black silhouettes, but there's all this bright light. Okay? And through the door comes a little boy. And I'm thinking, Daniel? Then I realized it wasn't Daniel. That was... by the way, Daniel is my youngest son. Okay? He was an identical twin, and his twin brother was stillborn. Okay, so I lost his twin brother at birth. But that was his twin brother that came through. And he came through in a non-threatening form, not as a baby, which I thought I may have expected to come through as a baby. But he came through as a little boy and looked exactly like my son Daniel, while they were identical twins. And he said, "Mommy." And then he started talking to me. So that is what I'm going to get into in this next segment. The messages that he gave me, which were really deep for a little boy. But you have to realize he was just showing me himself as a little boy so that I would not be frightened, and so that, but understanding that he is a soul. He's a soul with experience. He's had previous lifetimes, okay? He just wasn't meant to enter into this lifetime. And somehow he just got thrown in the mix. And he said, "Nope, this is not my time." And he ended up being stillborn. He left before he was born. So, without further ado, I'm going to switch camera views. Okay, I am back. I got some paper here. And this is going to be really crude drawings, okay? But if this was this is the come on, pen, right? Okay, this is the back, or this is the one wall in my living room. Okay, right here is the entrance into the dining room. There is a couch right here and a big picture on the wall that spans, well, it's a love seat over here. And there's a big picture that is across right above that. Not picture, a mirror. I'm sorry, that's a mirror. Okay? And what happened is right in front of this mirror, there was the one door, then there was another door. Okay? And basically, they looked like your typical door with a doorknob. And they had like the four wooden panels, but the door was locked. There was a lock on it. It was closed. It seemed like it was sealed off, not to be opened. Probably at the other end of the mirror, there's a little bit of a distance, there was another door. Okay, it opened, and there was like all these light beings lined up. Okay, and my son came down this aisle and came in, and I was on the couch over here. Okay. Okay, and what he said, "Mommy, it's me." And I wanted to cry, but it was like I couldn't feel the tears. I was in spirit form. The emotional, I mean, it was nothing but pure love. Okay? And by this time, the dog is nowhere around. I mean, he hid. I think he went back to Daniel's room. And that dog is my shadow. He's everywhere that I'm at. Okay? In fact, he's laying beside me right now. But he said, "Why don't you play with me? Why don't you come and play? Come and play." And he was coaxing me towards the door that opened, trying to get me to go through that spiritual door. I don't know where that spiritual door would have left me. I don't know. Maybe I would have passed away on the couch, and my son would have come home from work tonight and found me gone, laying on the couch. I don't know. But I couldn't move off the couch. I tried to move forward. I was sitting there. I was able to get into a sitting position. Well, my spirit was, but my spirit couldn't move. And he looked at me and he says, "It's okay, Mommy. I understand. You are new to this." And I kind of chuckled and I said, yes, honey, I am new. And he said to me, I want you to tell everyone. It's okay. Everyone you are around, all your friends, Mommy, including Grammy and Pap, and my brothers, and my daddy, everybody's protected. And then he said, everything going on in the world is going to be over soon. Then he kind of laughed and says, what big sissies? And he laughed. And then he said, in a very serious tone, angels are watching over you, Mommy. This house is under guard. He pointed to the door that was locked. And he said, that door has the bad things. It's locked and sealed. The bad things can't touch you. And so he says, tell your people that you do videos to, they are protected too. And the angels are working with the doctors to fix things, is the way he put it. He talked like a child, but yet with some intelligence. Okay? He said not to panic. Everybody's in a panic, and there's no need. He said, just be careful. He said, it is God's intention to get everybody's attention. That's what he's doing with this. He's trying to get everybody's attention. Because people have grown so far away from him. And he said to me, Mommy, so many people. And he says, there's a lot of other little boys and little girls, they don't even know who the great divine is. They don't know what's on the other side. They don't know that there's really nothing to fear. And so I guess the message, the bottom line is that the need to have faith and knowing that this whole epidemic that's going on right now is going to pass. Get close to this great divine. Get on your spiritual path. And you are guaranteed protection. That is God's promise. The great divine's promise. Whomever you believe in. But after his little talk with me, he says, I'll come back again, Mommy, and one day we'll be able to play. And then As he was leaving to go back through that door, he had a blue ball in his hand, kind of tucked under his arm. It wasn't there when he first appeared. Then it was appearing whenever he left. So he had a blue ball he wanted to go play. And then he left, and he says, "I love you, Mommy." And he went through the door, and the door slowly closed. Then the next thing I know it, I'm moving my physical arms and physical legs, and I'm sitting up physically. That at that point, when he did that, I went back into my body. I woke up. I felt, instead of being exhausted like I would think, I've had out-of-body experiences before, but it always drained me. And I've had a handful of them, not very many. But this time I did not feel drained. I felt refreshed. But there is hope. Just hunker down. I think that there is a little bit of a side note here. A little side message. When he was talking about come and play, come and play. Intuitively, even now, I'm starting to hear messages of, if you've got children at home, if you've got family at home, use this time to bond. Get out some board games. Sit down and have conversations. Dinner at the table. I feel as though the universe, the great divine, the angelic realm, they want us to bond with our children. Even adult children. Or people within the household. Making the family unit more cohesive. Okay? Binding us together. So use the quarantine time while everything's closed down and everybody's mostly at home to get close to your family. So that's what I have for you for this episode. I hope you enjoy this. I am going to try to put one out every Sunday, whether it's a channeling or a lesson or something. Okay? I do thank you for tuning in. I do appreciate it. And I thank you for watching. God bless. Blessed be.